Fan230 here, and today we talk The Bleeding by Cannibal Corpse. Now, this album actually marks two new things for Cannibal Corpse. Number one, a new lineup change, their first lineup change ever. Because one thing, Bob Rousset was fired from the band for some reason. I don't know why. Because they said that, I've heard in some interviews that they didn't work out, and so he was fired, and pretty much I heard that he actually gave up music, didn't want to do anything ever again. And I heard that now he's a golf instructor, so yeah. Anyway, they got a new guitarist, I believe, Rob Barrett, I think. It's not that bad. And this album, actually, the biggest thing is actually marks an end of an era for Cannibal Corpse. And that is the end of the Chris Barnes era. This is Chris Barnes' last album in which he sang on. One thing to say about this album is the production. This is, in my opinion, and I heard a lot of people say the production sounds very good. This is probably their best sounding album, in my opinion, sonically, and the music playing is, the technicality is just pretty good. It has some good leads in all the songs. But however, there is the one complaint which I cannot obviously agree with, is the vocals. I think this, in my opinion, this is Chris Barnes' weakest performance on the first four Cannibal Corpse albums, especially his last album right here. I just feel like it's just gotten weak. The lows, his low singing sounds amazing. Just when he's singing a few more higher parts, like it just sounds very more raspy, and it just sounds a bit in my opinion. But I'm not saying that he's bad, just how he's singing it, it's just, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. But yeah, the music playing is good, just the vocals are meh. Especially when Chris sings sort of the higher parts. But enough talk, let's get into the album. Now the album opens up with a song called "Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead," which is a pretty good opener, I have to say. In fact, the bass guitar actually stands out. I should also mention that the bass, I think the bass is turned up a bit. You can actually hear it more. Yeah. Next song is called "Fucked with a Knife." See, now that's a good song title, isn't it? It's a good song. It has a really good bass line in there. Yeah. Next song is called "Stripped, Raped, and Strangled," which is another good song, one of the better songs. Chris, in fact, this is one of, I think, Chris's best singing on this song. It has some good lyrics in there. And there's like a catchy riff. It's a pretty good. Next song is called "Pulverized," which the song to me has one of the song that sort of Paul stands out. It's like there's fast drumming throughout the song. It's just pretty impressive, I have to say. Next song is called "Return to Flesh," which starts off very slow, but then it picks up right from there. Pretty good song. Next song is called "The Pickaxe Murders," which has a lot of fast double bass. In fact, that's another one song that Paul Mazurkiewicz actually stands out. One of his highlights on this album. It has a very good guitar lead, but to me, this is where Chris Barnes' vocals were a bit weak and just meh, in my opinion, on this song. Next song is called "She Was Asking For It," which has a very good guitar part in there. They're pretty good. Then we get to the title track of the album, which is the second time Cannibal Corpse has a title track in their albums. It's a pretty good song, I have to say, but the vocals were meh. It's right, the song is just in your face. It's pretty good song, I have to say. Next song is called "Force-Fed Broken Glass." Those are some good song titles that Cannibal Corpse come up with, don't they? Don't you agree? Yeah. Anyway, "Force-Fed Broken Glass." It's a good song. It's all over the place. It sounds pretty good, I have to say. Next song is called "An Experiment in Homicide," which sort of ends the album. It's the last song on the album. It's a pretty good way to close it. Now, overall, this album is good, but to me, but I have to say that Chris Barnes' vocals, they could have been better. They just sound a bit weak, in my opinion. But overall, it's a good album for the most part. So yeah, anyway, I would give "The Bleeding" by Cannibal Corpse an 8 out of 10. Later, guys, and keep it metal.